Hey, it's me. Can you come down here? Okay, he's here now, so what's this all about?
There's someone I want to introduce. Hey, hurry up.
Hold your horses. This is freaking heavy.
Junpei? Why is he here? Wait, don't tell me.
This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. He'll be staying here as of today.
What's up?
He's staying here? You've got to be kidding me.
I bumped into him the other night. He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently. I told him about us, and he agreed to help.
You have the potential? For real?
He found me crying like a baby at the convenience store, surrounded by a bunch of coffins. I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing. He said that's, completely normal in the beginning. Like being confused and not remembering anything. Did you guys know that? Big deal. It happens to everyone else. And man, I was shocked to find out about you guys. I had no idea. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It could get kind of lonely, you know? I'll bet you're stoked too, right? Having me join?
Huh? Yeah.
Well, enough with the introductions. I think we're about ready.
Oh, we're gonna go do something? Sweetness!
With this many people, we can start exploring that place.
You mean Tartarus?
Tartarus? What's that? Sounds like toothpaste.
We believe we can find the reason for the dark hour there.
I hope so.
The chairman will give us the details tomorrow night, so be ready.
Thought I was gonna fall asleep in there.
Can I have a minute? Come to the lounge when you get back to the dorm. I have something to tell everyone.
Oh, are we having that talk?
I'll save the details for later. See you there.
Wow, she didn't waste any time leaving.
She's probably busy with things like student council, unlike us.
Ooh, Yucatan. Do I sense some hostility?
Well, it's not that I don't like her. She's just...
Okay, everybody's here. I'd like your undivided attention. For a long time, Mitsuru and Akihiko were the only persona users we had. But that number recently jumped to 5. Therefore, starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like to commence the exploration of Tartarus.
Sorry, I asked this yesterday, but what's this Tartarus thing again?
You haven't seen it, Junpei?
It's no surprise, since it only appears during the dark hour.
The dark hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh? And it's the perfect place for us to train. You can think of it as a shadow nest.
Whoa, their nest, huh?
But, Senpai, what about your injury?
Since Akihiko hasn't fully recovered yet, he'll only come as far as the entrance.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm sure he won't complain, as long as you don't go too far in. Since we're dealing with shadows, Tartarus isn't something we can avoid.
Relax, I've got your backs.
I'm not so sure about this.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
I'll stay here. As you know, I can't summon a persona.
This is it? This is the place? Why here?
Just wait a few minutes. It's almost midnight.
This is Tartarus, the labyrinth that reveals itself during the dark hour.
Labyrinth? What are you talking about? What happened to our school?
Once the dark hour passes, everything returns to normal.
This is the nest you were talking about? But why? Why'd our school turn into a giant tower? You don't know either?
No.
I'm sure it's complicated. Who cares anyway? It's not like it would change our minds about fighting.
Well, maybe now we'll find out. Mitsuru and I have only gone in to take a peek. This'll be our first time exploring it. Exciting, isn't it? There has to be some sort of clue in here about the dark hour.
Akihiko, I respect your enthusiasm, but you won't be accompanying us today.
I know, you don't have to remind me.
Whoa, it's just as cool on the inside.
but it sure is creepy.
This is only the entrance. The labyrinth lies beyond the doorway at the top of the stairs.
First, we'll have you three get a feel for this place. Why don't you go have a look around?
What? By ourselves?
We're not asking you to go very far. And I'll be feeding you information from here.
So you two didn't plan on coming in the first place?
That's right. We're also going to appoint a leader to make any necessary decisions.
For real? One of us? Me, pick me.
You're in charge.
Wait, why him? He doesn't look like a leader.
But he has fought them before.
Seriously?
That's true, but there's another reason. You two. Can you summon your persona without any difficulties like he can?
Yeah, of course I can.
I think so.
These are shadows we're talking about here. Without your persona, you're screwed.
I'm aware of that.
I've been waiting for you. The time has come for you to wield your power. The tower that you are about to venture into. How did it come to be? For what purpose does it exist? Regrettably, you are not yet capable of answering these questions. That is why you must be made aware of the nature of your power. Your power is unique. It's like the number 0. It's empty, but at the same time holds infinite possibilities. You, my boy, are able to possess multiple personas and summon them as needed. And when you have defeated your enemies, you will see the faces of possibility before you. There may be times when they are difficult to grasp, but do not fear. Seize what you have earned. Your power will grow accordingly. Be sure to keep that in mind. My spare time will soon be scarce. But please, come again of your own accord. I'll tell you then about my true role, the manner in which I can best assist you. Until then, farewell.
Hey, are you all right?
Yeah, what's up? You look like a zombie.
Huh? What door?
Man, are you loco?
Have you been nodding off? You seem kind of out of it.
Dude, you're supposed to be our leader. Get your head in the game.
Come on, let's go.
Alright, let's check out our status right quick. So, this being a new game file, you can see that we have these attributes: academics, charm, courage, and they're all at the lowest level. Once I switch over to New Game Plus, that will change. But let's not hesitate. We've already got Yukari and Junpei with us. Let's enter Tartarus.
So, this is it, huh?
I hope I don't get lost.
Can you all hear me?
Whoa, is that you, Senpai?
I'll be providing audio backup from here on out.
Wait, you mean you can see inside here?
It's my persona's ability. I'd like to join you, but the structure of Tartarus changes from day to day. That's why outside support is imperative.
Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any minute. They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution. Practice makes perfect.
Right!
Got it. Why is she always like that?
Alright, welcome to Tartarus. This is where the vast majority of all battle gameplay is going to occur. Alright, let's get the jump on this shadow. So this hasn't been explained yet, but because I'm no stranger to how this works... Oh, well, I don't get credit for it in the first battle, but...
Takuba has informed me about your power, but nevertheless, you have minimal combat experience. Would you like me to explain the basics of battle?
I don't need the explanation, but in case anyone's curious, why not?
The primary offensive options available to you in battle are attack and skill. Attack corresponds to the weapon you've equipped, while skill relates to your persona's abilities. Those skills consume either stamina or spiritual power. They tend to have a greater effect. Use whichever option best suits the situation. Keep attacking until you've defeated the enemy, but pay careful attention to your stamina. That's it for now. Did you get all that? Okay, then I want you to defeat the enemy before you. Try using both the skill and attack options.
So because this is our first shadow, not counting the two on the roof, let's keep things simple. So Yukari uses bow weapons, Junpei prefers two-handed swords, and Makoto can actually use almost any weapon in the game, but the starter weapon is a one-handed sword, and that's what I'm going to be using primarily. And look at that, our first critical.
What a stunning victory!
Move on to the next. So there's the stairs, but we're not going to be heading to the next floor. See if I get credit for jumping this shadow this time. Alright. Here's what I wanted to do. Oh, missed. There we go.
Now's a good time for me to explain about attack properties, which are important to consider during battle. Do you want to know more? Nearly every type of attack is associated with a particular property. For example, swords can be used to do slash attacks, while bows are used to do pierce attacks. Skills, on the other hand, have different properties. Bufu, for instance, indicates an ice attack. Now, most enemies are vulnerable to certain types of attacks. In other words, they have weaknesses. A fire skill will deal greater damage to an enemy that's weak against fire. With my power, I can analyze an enemy to determine its weaknesses and strengths. That...
Oops. Oh well. The point is...
Do you follow?
Yeah, I follow.
The enemies you're facing have a weakness that you can exploit. Why don't you give it a try?
I'll do that. So, by pressing L1, we can analyze.
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
And give Mitsuru some time. So, like she said, there are 3 types of physical attacks attached to the basic weapons. Pierce, Slash, and Bash. Right now, Yukari has Pierce using a bow. Junpei and I have Slash type attacks. But that's not what's important. I kind of want to wait for Mitsuru to give me feedback before I go ahead and use a skill. Wasn't counting on this critical, but whatever.
The enemy is vulnerable.
So because that critical didn't end the battle this time, you can see that when you earn a critical hit, you get 1 more attack.
This thing won't give up.
The enemy's weakness is fire.
That's what I was looking for.
Only 1 more.
Just one more.
See, I knew that, but I wanted Mitsuru to tell you.
Yes, the enemy is vulnerable. Attack!
Here's our chance for an all-out attack. Let me at him.
Keep up the good work.
Okay, last time, Mitsuru warned me about getting jumped on by shadows. Now let's see if this time I finally get the advantage. Nope, it saw me right beforehand. Damn it. That's alright.
Were you able to exploit the enemy's weakness in the last battle? If you didn't already notice, doing so will also grant you an additional attack. Would you like more details? An enemy will lose its balance if you exploit its weakness or land a critical hit. This will give you the opportunity to perform an additional action. In other words, you'll get to do 1 more thing. You can keep attacking the same enemy, or if you prefer, attack a different target. And if you succeed in knocking another enemy off balance, then you can act yet again. Which means you can remain on the offensive for as long as you can keep this up. This strategy is essential to securing victory. However, remember this. An enemy that's already lost its balance cannot be knocked off balance again. You can't knock down someone who's lying on the ground, right? It's the same idea. Now, to knock an enemy off balance, you need to know its weaknesses. So don't hesitate to ask me for an analysis. I'll be sure to share the results with the others as well. Got it? Then proceed with the battle. Use what you've learned to quickly dispose of the enemy.
Okay. So, in the last battle we earned an all-out attack against 1 enemy, which is easy enough.
One more. The enemy is vulnerable. Attack.
But what about 3 enemies? Here's the key to Persona's battle system. Want to make it as easy as possible? Learn the weaknesses. Knock down every enemy on the field.
Yes, the enemy is vulnerable.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack. Let me at him.
Keep up the good work.
Shuffle time. Alright, welcome to Persona's little card game. So basically we're going to get our pick of one of these 4 cards. But it's not as easy as it seems. And this is the one I want. Important to start gaining Personas early in P3.
Yes, my skill level has increased.
There's another component.
I'm the man.
when your partners level up, it won't tell you right after the battle. You'll find out once you get back into the Tartarus section. So really in this game, you don't get to micromanage what's going on with your partner's personas as much. Alright, we're fine. So really, everyone's responsible for managing what's going on with their own personas. So unless I really go through some menus, I won't always know what skills my partners have. They'll grow naturally at their own pace.
There is a better way to defeat all of your enemies in battle than to attack them individually. You can perform an all-out attack. Would you care to hear more about this?
Let's skip this one, because I've already explained it.
That concludes the basics of battle. But there's shadows become stronger the further you advance. If you don't think you can win a battle, retreat at once. There may be times, however, when an escape will be impossible. This battle is one of those times. Good luck.
I'm not fazed. Because we already know we can knock down all 4, assuming we don't miss.
You attacked the enemy's weak point.
That's the one weakness about the battle system. It's not a weakness, it's just the one thing that can stop you.
Enemy is vulnerable. Keep going.
Accuracy is not always guaranteed. It's always possible that I could miss one of these attacks, and then that screws up the entire turn. Luckily, I don't think that's gonna happen. Didn't jinx it.
Here's our chance for an all-out attack.
Another easy victory.
Keep up the good work.
We already got Pixie, so let's go for the weapon card. Or item card, I suppose.
Yes! My skill level has increased.
Here's another little thing that's unique to Persona 3. You have the ability to command your team to split up and explore any floor on Tartarus. Oops, picked the wrong one, but you get the idea. And this is actually mandatory, so I have to do it. This is actually something you won't be seeing. I'm not really going to use this. Personally, I don't like this function all that much. I feel it's a little unnecessary. Let's keep going for now. Make sure we have every item.
Okay, then I'll look around some more.
Okay, I think we're good. And I can command everyone to regroup.
Everyone, return to the leader.
And come to the access point around the corner. Not every floor of Tartarus, but many will have these access points. They're basically just a quick exit. The catch is that it's a one-way exit. You can't just come back to this floor automatically by taking this access point. Let's do that.
Welcome back. So, how was it? I see. Well, if you gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
Wow, I never knew I had that kind of power. We kicked some ass. But damn, I'm beat.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
Yeah, you look pretty tired yourself, Yucatan.
I'm still trying to catch my breath, actually.
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry, though. You'll adapt. But I'm surprised. You all did much better than I expected. At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
We'll see about that.
And that ends it for tonight. Let's get out of Tartarus and go back to the dorm.
That concludes the main portion of today's assembly. Next, we'll hear a word from the Student Council. Please welcome the new president, Mitsuru Kirijo, from Class 3D.
Thank you.
So, she did get elected. Well, I guess she is the most popular girl in school.
You can say that again. There's like some kind of aura around her. Besides, this school's owned by the Kirijo group, right?
Yeah, I try not to think about that.
As I begin my term as Student Council President, I'd like to share with you my vision for this coming year. It is my firm belief that each of us must accept the responsibility of bettering our school. However, change cannot occur without sustained effort and an unprecedented level of commitment. That is why we must restructure our daily lives to accommodate this lofty goal. I'd like each of you to dig deeply into your well of motivation and reevaluate your convictions. To imagine a bold new future without losing sight of the realities around you. That is the key. I'm certain that many of you have your own visions of the future. For us to reap the full benefits of our education, your participation, ideas, and enthusiasm are essential. Thank you.
Dang, that was freaking amazing. So, do you have any idea what you just said? Sure didn't sound like something a high schooler would say. If it was anyone else, we'd be laughing our asses off.
So as we have no social links established just yet, outside of the full social link, which kind of doesn't count. Let's just go home. And by go home, I mean let's walk into this cutscene.
Have you noticed how popular Akihiko-san is with the ladies? Man, take a look at that. I didn't used to talk to him much, but now I've got a good excuse. I know he's the captain of the boxing team, but who would have thought he'd be such a chick magnet? I mean, come on. You don't even see girls flock like that on TV. I wonder where they're going.
Wait for us!
Hey, are you guys free this afternoon?
Hell yeah! What you got in mind?
I want the two of you to meet me at Polonia Mall. You know where it is, right? I'll be at the police station. See you there.
The police station? You mean we're not hanging out with your friends?
Who, these girls? I don't even know their names. They talk so much they give me a headache. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Don't keep me waiting.
Oh, why can't he be more friendly? But that's what makes him so cool.
Man, how can he not know their names? I mean, seriously, just look at them. Ah, well, let's go.
Thank you, sir. Oh, these are the guys I was talking about earlier. I was waiting for you guys. This is Officer Kurosawa. He helps keep our squad well equipped. And this is from Ikutsuki-san.
Really? Sweet!
You can't fight empty-handed, so find something you like. Officer Kurosawa has connections. But these things still cost money.
Of course they do. Nothing in life is free.
I realize that. Well, I'll see you later. Thanks again.
I've been informed about you two. My job is to maintain peace in this city, regardless of the circumstances. I'm just an ordinary police officer, but it doesn't take a genius to know something strange is going on here. I'm only doing what I think is right.
Alright, here we go. So, 9 out of 10 people can't spot the inconsistency. Can you? Look at the yen I have. Ah, that's because of the movie magic. I'm in New Game Plus now, bitches. So that means I get to buy anything I want. And I'm going to do that. No. That's for Junpei. And I guess I should get one for Yukari as well. Alright, let's get some weapons. Also for Junpei. And we'll get Yukari the top bow. Nope. See, is there anything I want to get rid of? I get rid of this shit. Leftovers from my last playthrough. Crap. I can't remember what the accessories are that I want. Oh. we'll just back out. Yeah, it sucks for you. I got a whole bunch of yen. Let's go to B Blue V. I should be able to get some nice accessories as well. Bye. No. Do I already have one? Yeah, I have one. Okay. So I'll give the magic ring to Yukari and the vitality ring to Junpei. Let's head over to the Velvet Room right quick, which we can get to from Paulownia Mall as well. So now we have the ability to fuse personas, the main feature of the Velvet Room. Problem being that I only have Pixie and Orpheus at the moment, and I do not want to fuse out Orpheus. I will be using Orpheus through much of this game for thematic purposes, because I love Orpheus and I love the starter persona. So I just wanted to get that cutscene out of the way. We'll get more cards in Tartarus and begin fusing the personas we'll need early in the game to, not for battle, but for advancing the social links. At this point, if you're in a new game, you would do something that would raise one of your social attributes, but because I'm not in new game, I don't need to do that. In fact, I can take the time to go to status and show off that all of my academics, charm, and courage are maxed out, as well as my level, HP, and SP. So with nothing useful to do, let's just kill the afternoon and go back to the dorm.
Welcome back.
Okay, we now have the ability to go out during the evening. There isn't a whole lot to do during the evening. There will be a couple social links later in the game, but mainly evenings are used for raising your stats, which means in New Game Plus, there really isn't a whole lot to do. So even though we now have the ability to go hang out at Paulownia Mall, which is really the only place accessible at night, let's not do that, and let's go to Tartarus instead. Make sure everyone's good. Yep, everyone's healthy, as they should be, because we've only been once. Go to Tartarus. That we shall do. Let's get everyone suited up. Get that garbage off. Ooh, I forgot to get fucking shoes. Damn it. I was in a Persona 4 mindset. I forgot there's shoes in this game. Oh well, I'll get it next time. What do I want? Vitality ring? No. Magic, because Yukari uses a lot of skills. Well, they both use a lot of skills, but Yukari's attacks, or her skills she uses are usually SP based, whereas Junpei uses a lot of things that consume HP. Alright. So our attack is really up, our HP and skills are way up. Unfortunately, we're not very evasive at the moment. Alright, as Mitsuru just explained, our first goal entering Tartarus is to make it to the quote-unquote barricade, but really Tartarus has a series of checkpoints. So last time I was in Tartarus, you saw me take the access point, which is the quick exit. It gets you to safety, but you lose your progress if you haven't made it to the next checkpoint. And in time, you'll see what I mean by checkpoints.
Reality, never be charity. The enemy you're fighting covers all society. Damn right, mommy's not here, gonna fight all night. Right here, shadow 10 o'clock direction. Seize the moment, destroy the nation. You rhyme slow motion, give me motivation. Breathe out now, and then on arrival. Round up around, spit out all over. Rhyme like a rolling stone, come in the crowd. Watch out the moon, they diss you out. This what's this sound, and bombs hold ground. So round up, don't ease your pace, cause enemy's brutal. Moment of truth, there ain't no truth. You're the only one world, one love. But the battle goes on, shadows all mass destruction.
Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. Oh yeah, down, 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 down.
I'm getting kind of tired.
This is not good. Takiba is fatigued.
The biggest craw in exploring Tartarus, the fatigue system. I think it's this one. There we go. Didn't need that persona. So now that I have one member on my team that's fatigued, it's time to get the hell out of here immediately. The fatigue system is the biggest pain in the ass about this game, especially the early game. Basically, what I want to do is to make it to the next checkpoint at Tartarus, and I think it might be on floor 5. I really hope it is. Please let it be here. I believe so. Yes. Okay. So every now and then you'll come to these big open floors in which you will have a mini boss fight. But also on these floors are these things. Now, unlike the access point that we used earlier, these are two-way, which means they are the true official checkpoint. So we can use it to get the hell out of here for tonight. But we can go right back to floor 5 when we return. So Yukari pieced out, and luckily we didn't fight any battles with her fatigued. So hopefully she doesn't get sick or something, which is a possibility. Let's head to the Velvet Room, because it's time to create our first persona via fusion. So during that run, very short run, I was able to pick up one more persona. And it's very important, because now I can fuse my first magician persona, which is going to be necessary very soon. Alright, we're done here. That was mainly the first thing I wanted. That was a good run. I got to the checkpoint, got my magician persona. That is a good first run through Tartarus. Hey, there it is. Our first legitimate social link that we're going to have to spend voluntary time on. And it is the Magician Arcana.
Welcome back.
I'm gonna take you up on that offer, Mitsuru, because I need to know how Yukari's doing. And she is not feeling well. Now let's see how bad it is. Please tell me. She's tired. Okay. So there are 4 statuses for the main character and all of your teammates. There's great, good, tired, and sick. Great is a very rare status among your teammates. Usually it'll only happen when someone's just joined the team. I believe it's achievable if you leave them off of your team for a very long time, but I haven't really seen it in my playthroughs. I explore too much, I guess. However, it is a common occurrence for the main character because you can do all kinds of things that improve your status, such as going to bed early or dozing off in class, even going to the bathroom, which is probably something I'm not going to do because I don't need to, but that has a chance of improving your condition as well. The main thing you want to look out for is getting anyone sick. Usually this will happen if someone gets tired in Tartarus and you keep them on your team and you keep battling, they're probably going to get sick the next day. But it's also possible that you could leave immediately and they get sick. I'm not entirely sure how it works out in terms of whatever strange background algorithm that Persona 3 is running, but it's always a chance, and I want to guess that the more that you battle with someone that's tired, the higher the chances that they're going to get sick. But even if you leave immediately, apparently it doesn't completely nullify the chance. Luckily, Yukari isn't sick, so while she's not available tonight, she should be good to go in maybe a day or two. So with that in mind, I don't want to make it just me and Junpei, so we'll just call it a night. Again, in a new game, I would head out to the Paulownia Mall, find something to do, find a stat to raise, maybe go sing some karaoke or drink some coffee or something. But don't need to do any of that, so we'll just kill the night and go straight to the room. And at late nights, when you don't explore Tartarus, you get the option of either sleeping earlier or study then go to sleep. Studying will raise your academics, but it has a chance of tiring you out for the next day. Because I have my academics raised, I don't need to do any of that. Just always go to sleep, which means through this playthrough, my condition will always be very high.